Good morning, students. Today we are going to start exercise 3.1 of your chapter Understanding Quadrilaterals. Basic concepts I have explained you in the last lecture. The terminology like simple curve, simple closed curve, polygons, convex polygon, concave polygons. These all terms I have already explained in the last lecture. So please go through that video, and if you have any doubt, you people are free to ask me in any other session or any other Zoom session basically. So but it is mandatory for you all that you all need to watch these videos, submit your assignments, submit your worksheets on time, and attend your Zoom sessions. So okay, without wasting any more time, I'll start with question number second. How many the second question of your exercise 3.1 is how many diagonals does each of the following have? Okay, even I have already explained this term diagonal in the last lecture. Okay, what diagonal is? Okay, now first I need to first I need to explain you that what is a convex quadrilateral, and then how many diagonals it can have. Okay, so convex diagonal, for that I'll take one example. Okay, I'll draw one figure for you. Let's say this is a quadrilateral. So this is a quadrilateral. Let's say this is a quadrilateral. Now diagonal always connect two extreme points. Okay, like I'll draw this diagonal with some different color. So this is one diagonal, so I'm representing it with orange color. So this is the first diagonal. Okay, so I label these points. Let's say this point is P, this point is Q, this point is R, and this point is S. So PQRS, let's say PQR is a convex polynomial, convex quadrilateral, and I have already explained you that a convex quadrilateral, all angles, sorry, all interior angles are less than 180 degree. Okay, all interior angles are less than 180 degrees. Okay, so there's a basic concept of convex quadrilateral. Sorry. Now, so this is the first diagonal QS, so I'll write here. So first diagonal, this is first diagonal, I'll write 1 on it. Okay, this is first diagonal. Then the second diagonal can be drawn like this. So this is the second diagonal. So two diagonals are possible in case of a quadrilateral, convex quadrilateral. Okay, so please note it down fast that only two diagonals are possible. So I'm writing here two diagonals are possible. Two diagonals are possible. So how many diagonals does each of the following have? So in this case, two diagonals. Okay, now the next is a regular hexagon. Now regular hexagon can be drawn like this. I hope there's one figure, hexagon. Okay, I have a figure. Okay, so regular means, I have explained you this term in the last lecture, that regular means all the sides and all the interior angles are equal, right? So let's say this is a regular polygon, regular basically hexagon. Now I'll show its so I'll write over here, it's a regular hexagon, and this was convex quadrilateral. So this was convex quadrilateral, convex quadrilateral, and now it's a regular hexagon. Now this one is a regular hexagon. Part B, this is a regular hexagon. Let's say this point is A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, and even you can write this thing also, two diagonals, and the diagonals are QS. One diagonal is QS and the other diagonal is PR. Okay, similarly I'll explain you how you can draw total 9 diagonals in this figure. Okay, so first one is from this. So this is my first diagonal. Okay, AD is the first diagonal. The next one is EB is the second diagonal. Okay, so I'm writing here number of diagonals. Number of diagonals. Okay, number of diagonals. So first one is AD, next is BE, then I'll show it some other color. Now the next diagonal is FC. Now the next diagonal is FC, FC. So next diagonal is FC. Then you can draw another diagonal from A to E. So another diagonal is AE. So the another diagonal is AE. I'll write here AE. Okay, then I'll draw one more diagonal as BD. Okay, so I'll write here BD. BD is the next diagonal. Then I can draw one diagonal from F to B. Okay, so this diagonal will be equals to FB, and I can draw one diagonal from F to D. So FB and FD are the two diagonals, right? FB and FD. So FB and FD. So FB and FD. So these are the three diagonals: FC, FB, FD, AD, BE, AE, and BD. Now, now one more diagonal can I draw like this, right? From E to C, I can draw this diagonal also. I'll show it with a different color. Okay, I'll take white color. So EC, similarly, you can draw a diagonal from C to A. So CA and CE, CA and CE. So CA and CE, CA and CE. Now, so these are the best possible diagonals that a regular hexagon can have. So total number of diagonals is equals to 9. So the correct answer is 9. So how many number of diagonals in a regular hexagon is? So 9. And these are the name of these diagonals: AD, BE, FC, AE, BD, FB, CA, CE, and FD. Okay, so a regular hexagon has 9 diagonals, right? Now the last one is C, a triangle. Now the last one is triangle. Okay, for that I'll draw a triangle here. Now tell me how many diagonals a triangle can have. How many diagonals a triangle can have? I said a triangle has a has 0 diagonals. Do you agree with this? That a triangle has 0 diagonal. That means if you want to draw a diagonal in case of triangle, you don't have two opposite points, right? Two opposite vertex. You don't have to. You do not have two opposite vertex like this. Like if I want to draw a line, I cannot. So this is not a diagonal because this point should meet to some other vertex, but I don't have any other vertex, opposite vertex. Okay, so I just remove this. So in simple words, I can write that a triangle has no diagonals, or you can say 0 diagonal. Okay, so this is the answer for part C. I hope this thing is clear to you all, and also the screen is visible to you all, right? Okay, so sorry. Now the next question is, so question number third, I have intentionally left question number one, question number third for you all as a homework. But if you find any difficulty while solving question number 1 and 3, so you people are free to ask me. But before that, you all need to watch these videos. Okay. Now I'll explain you question number 4. Examine the table. Each figure is divided into triangles and the sum of angle deduced from that. Okay. So there's a basic formula of to finding the number of sides or angle. Okay. A basic concept is here. Sum of exterior angles, sum of all exterior angles is equals to 360 degrees. Okay. And sum of all interior angles is equals to 180 n minus 2. Okay. So this is the formula for a sum of interior angles 180 n minus 2, and sum of exterior angle equals to 360. Now what is n? So n is the number of side of a polygon. So n is number of sides of a polygon. Okay. Now let's take first example. Side is 3. Okay. So question number 4 says is examine the table. Each figure is divided into triangles and the sum of the angle deduced from that. Okay. So figure first is a triangle. Side given is 3 and angle is 180 degree. So you can verify this thing from here. Let's say in the first example, okay, I'll show it with some different color. Let's take okay, this color I'm taking. So first case I'm taking is triangle. So a triangle has 3 sides, right? N equals to 3. So if you put in place of n 3, you will get, so interior angle, and you all know that the sum of all angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degrees, right? So you can see here that sum of all interior angles of a triangle is equals to 180 n minus 2, right? So in place of n, I'll write 3. So 3 minus 2, or I can write 180 into 1, which is equals to 180 degrees. Okay. I hope this thing is proved from here. So I have justified this formula that n side can be written as n. So this is equals to n equals to 3, n is equals to 4, n is equals to 5, pentagon, n equals to 6, hexagon, and these are the angles. These are basically interior angles. Okay, I'll write here interior angle. These are the interior angles. Please note it down fast till this step, and if you have any query, you can ask me in the later sessions. Okay. So in this question, you just need to examine whether these conditions fulfill these, whether these conditions are fulfilled by these formulas or not. Okay. Similarly, you can check for quadrilateral. N equals to 4. Quadrilateral means a quad. Quad means 4. Okay. So basically, it's a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. This is a triangle. This is a pentagon, and this is a hexagon. Okay, so similarly you can check this for quadrilateral. Okay, now I'll explain you fifth question later on, but before that I'll take this example. I'll take some different color. So now second part is a quadrilateral. quadrilateral where n is equals to 4 because it has 4 sides, and so the sum of its interior angle, all interior angles basically, is equals to 180 n minus 2, where n is the number of sides, so you can write 4 minus 2, or you can simply write 180 minus 2 is equals to 360 degrees. So you can even check from here that 4 minus 2 is 4 minus 2 into 80, right? Okay, I'll show you here. So 4 minus 2 is 2 into 180, which is equals to 360 degrees. Similarly, 5 minus is 3 into 180, which is equals to 540 degrees. Similarly, 4 into 180, which is equals to 720 degrees. Note it down first. Like I explained you triangle, and for quadrilateral you can simply check for pentagon and hexagon. Okay, so note it down first. Now okay, I'll explain it for hexagon. Okay, pentagon is for your homework, you can examine it. I don't think that this color is visible to you all, so I'll take some different color. Okay, now for hexagon. Hexagon has 6 sides, right? N equals to 6. So sum of its interior angle is equals to 180 n minus 2, where n is equals to 6. 6 minus 2 is 4, and 180 multiplied by 4 is nothing but 720 degrees. Note it down fast. This was basically the fourth part. Okay, this is basically the fourth part for a hexagon. So please check it for pentagon. Okay, this is a homework. Okay, if you are completed with this, then I'll start. Then I'll take question number 5th of your same exercise, exercise 3.1. Okay. Now in this question, the question says is, what is a regular polygon? So regular polygon is one which has equal sides and equal angles. Okay, so you can simply write regular polygon is one having equal sides and equal interior angles. Interior angles, when you are talking about interior angle, that means interior and exterior both angles are equal, sides are equal, and angles are also equal. So it's simply a regular polygon. So these are the conditions for a regular polygon. Okay, now state the name of a regular polygon of 3 sides. Okay, so the best example for 3 sides is equilateral triangle. Okay, I'll take one example. For a 3 sides regular polygon. I hope the words are visible to you all. Okay, so 3 sides regular polygon, so I simply draw equilateral triangle for you all. So this is the best example where all the sides are equal. Let's say this side is A. Let's say this side is A units. This is also A, and this side is also A. So sides are equal. So these sides are equal, and even the interior angles are also equal. 60 degrees, 60 degrees, and 60 degrees. So equilateral triangle. So the example is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Okay, Then four-sided regular polygon. Now let's take next example. Four-sided regular polygon. So the best example for it is, okay, I'll draw a square. Okay, so let's say it's a square where all sides are equal. Okay, its all sides are equal. All sides are equal. Let's say this side is a units, so this side is also a units, this side is a unit, and this side is also a unit, and even all the angles are equals to 90 degree, right? All these angles are perpendicular to each other, these sides are perpendicular to each other. That means the interior angle is equals to 90 degrees, right? So the best example is a square, right? Any doubt till this step? So let me know, and don't confuse with this. Okay, I'll shift this part like this, so don't confuse with the above figure. Okay, so four-sided regular polygon is a square, so best example is square. Okay, so its example is a square. Now six-sided, so six-sided regular polygon. So I'll draw a six-sided regular polygon for you all. So I'll write third is six-sided regular polygon. The best example is a hexagon. The best example is a hexagon. Okay, I'll draw a hexagon for you all. So this is a hexagon. Okay, so this is a regular hexagon. The reason is why I'm saying that this is a regular hexagon. Okay, I'll draw it, I'll show it with some different color. Let's say I'll take white color. Okay, now all these sides are equal. Let's say this is a, this side is a, this side is a unit, this side is a unit, this side is a unit, and this side is a unit. All sides are equal. A, this side is a, this side is a, this side is a, and this side is a, and each angle is equals to 120 degrees. Okay, each angle is equals to 120 degrees. This angle is 120 degrees, even this angle is 120 degrees, this angle is 120 degrees. Even you can verify the above formula even in this figure. How? I'll explain you. This is 120 degrees. So try to analyze the formulas, that how you can apply these formulas, where you can apply these formulas. Like, see, the formula, the above formula was sum of interior angles. Okay, sum of interior, this is not the part of this question. Okay, I'm just giving an additional information to you all. Sum of interior angles, okay, is equals to 180 into n minus 2. So 180, n is 6 because it's a hexagon, six-sided hai. So this is six-sided, right? 6 minus 2, so 180 into 4, which is equals to 720 degrees. Now from this figure, how many 120s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So interior angles is equals to total interior angle, okay, total interior angles. आप क्या लिखते बेटा यहाँ पे? आप लिखते 120 into 6 and 12 6 are 72, so 720 degrees. So even this formula is verified from here also. So this is all for the day. I'll explain some more questions, but till the time, rest of the question is for your homework. And if you find any difficulty while solving those questions, you are free to ask me any number of any question, any query, and any number of times. Okay, but before that, you all need to watch these videos. You need to submit your work on time and do attend your Zoom sessions. Okay, So this is all for the day. Thank you, students.